My name is Sarah. I am 17 years old. I live with my mom, just me and her, no dad. He left when I was small. My mom is a strong woman. She works every day. She cleans, she cooks, she smiles, even when she is tired. When I was little, she held my hand. She took me to school. She kissed me on the head. I felt safe. I felt warm. But I never said it. I never said, "I love you, Mom." I don't know why. I was shy. Or maybe I thought she knew. Maybe I thought love was in the food, in the hugs, in the clean clothes. Sometimes I was angry. I said, "Leave me alone." She didn't get angry. She just looked at me, her eyes sad. But she stayed quiet. I went to school. I had friends. I laughed. I played. I came home late. She waited. Dinner was ready, always warm, always for me. I said, "I'm not hungry." I went to my room. She didn't say much, just picked up the plate and put it in the fridge. That's how she loved me, in her quiet ways. With food, with care, with silence. But I was blind. I didn't see. I didn't understand. Not then. One night, I heard her cry. It was late. I was walking to the kitchen. I heard her voice. Soft, low. She was on the phone, talking to someone. I heard, "She doesn't need me anymore." And then, she cried. I stopped. My heart hurt, but I walked back to my room. I didn't hug her. I didn't speak. I just lay on my bed, eyes open, feeling cold. I wanted to say, "I love you, Mom," but the words stuck in my throat. Why is it so hard? Why can't we say it to the ones we love the most? The next day, she acted normal. She smiled. She made tea. She asked, "How was school?" I said, "Fine." That's all. Nothing more. And life went on, day by day, like a clock. Tick, tick, tick. She looked older, lines on her face, but I didn't notice much. I was busy with my phone, my friends, my silly problems. One day she fell in the kitchen. I heard a sound, a loud sound. I ran. She was on the floor, holding her chest. I screamed. I cried. I called the ambulance. In the hospital, she looked small, so small. Wires, tubes, machines beeping. She opened her eyes. She looked at me, tried to smile. I held her hand. I wanted to say it. So bad. But I didn't. The nurse came. She said, "She needs rest." I let go. I walked out. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my soul. The hospital was cold. White walls. Bright lights. So quiet. I sat next to her bed. She was sleeping. Her face looked tired, but peaceful. I looked at her hand. It was soft, a little cold. I touched it. She moved, just a little. I wanted to cry, but I stayed strong. I told myself, "She will be okay." The doctor came. He said, "She had a heart problem. She needs rest. She needs love." I nodded, but my heart was shaking. I stayed there every day. I didn't go to school. I didn't care. I just wanted her to be okay. I brought her flowers. I brought her soup. She smiled. She said, "You didn't have to." But I wanted to. For the first time, I wanted to do something just for her. She looked at me. Her eyes were tired, but full of love. She said, "Are you okay, Sarah?" I wanted to scream. "Why do you care about me? You are the one who is sick." But I just said, "I'm fine, Mom," and smiled. She closed her eyes. She whispered, "I'm proud of you." Then she slept. I sat there, watching her breathe. Slow, deep breaths. I thought about our life, how she always worked, how she gave everything, and I gave nothing. Not a hug, not a kiss, not even words. I felt shame, heavy shame, like a stone in my chest. Why didn't I tell her? Why didn't I say, "I love you, Mom"? I looked at her again. Her hair was more gray now. Her hands had little cuts from years of cleaning, cooking, washing. She gave me everything and I gave silence. That night I went home. I looked at her room. Empty. Quiet. I sat on her bed. I cried. For hours. I held her pillow. It smelled like her, warm, sweet, soft, like love. I whispered, "I love you, Mom." But she wasn't there. I wished I could go back. Back to when I was small. Back to the kitchen. Back to her arms. But time doesn't stop. It doesn't go back. It only moves forward. The next day, I went back to the hospital. She was sleeping again. So still. So quiet. I leaned close. I whispered in her ear, "I love you, Mom." I always did. I just never said it. A tear ran down her cheek, but her eyes stayed closed. Did she hear me? Did she know? The nurse came in. She smiled. "She's a strong woman," she said. "She's lucky to have you." I smiled back, but inside I felt small. Was I too late? That evening, she woke up. Her eyes opened slowly. She looked at me. Very softly. She said, "Did you say something yesterday?" I froze. I nodded. She smiled. "I thought I heard your voice. It was a nice dream." Tears filled my eyes. "It wasn't a dream, Mom," I said. I really said it when she looked at me. Her lips trembled. I held her hand tight. "I love you, Mom. I really do." She smiled again. A tear fell, this time from her. She said, "I know, Sarah, I always knew." My mom stayed in the hospital for many more days. She was weak, but she smiled more. I stayed with her every day. I read to her, I brushed her hair, I made her laugh. One day she said, "You've grown up, Sarah. I'm proud of the girl you are." I smiled, but inside, my heart was breaking. I wanted to be strong, but I was scared. So scared. "Don't leave me," I said. She looked at me. Her eyes were soft. She said nothing, just held my hand. That night, she slept quietly. Her chest moved slowly. Up, down, up, down. I watched her for hours. I didn't want to blink. I didn't want to miss even one breath. But morning came, and she didn't wake up. The nurse came in. She checked her, then looked at me. I knew. Before she said anything, I knew. My world stopped. The room was silent. No more beeping, no more warmth, just cold air and my tears. I hugged her. Her hands were still warm. I cried into her pillow. "I love you, Mom," over and over, like a broken song. But she was gone. At the funeral, I stood in front of her photo. She was smiling in it, strong, beautiful. I took the mic. My hands were shaking. "My name is Sarah," I said, "and this is my mom. She worked hard. She loved quietly. She gave everything. I never told her how much I loved her, but I do, with all my heart. I miss you, Mom. I hope you hear me now." People cried, but I just stood still, empty, but full of love. Months later, now I'm home, alone. The house is quiet, but not cold. Her clothes are still in the closet. Her cup is still in the kitchen. Her smell is still in the air. Sometimes I talk to her photo. "Hi, Mom. I miss you. I love you." I write letters to her. I tell her about my day, my school, my dreams. She's not here, but I feel her in the wind, in my heart, in my soul. Last words, please. If you have a mom, tell her. Tell her you love her. Don't wait. Don't stay silent like I did. Love should not hide. Say it. Show it. Because one day she might not be there. And you'll wish, you'll beg for one more chance. I know I do. Every single day. Thank you for watching my story. I shared a part of my heart. If this story touched you, please like the video and share it with someone you love. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, English Medium Storytime. Here, I tell real, emotional stories in simple English. Stories for the heart, stories for the soul. More beautiful stories are coming soon, so please, stay with me and keep watching. Thank you.